Probably help if I turn my motherfucking headphones on. That's what would help, right? Hey, we already got a viewer up in here. I'm pretty sure they gonna cut my TikTok feed. I came on here already hitting something. Can't even. I can't even be doing that. I can't even. I wonder if I could zoom in on this camera. Hold up. Damn, I'm over here dropping my shit. Hold on. Wonder if I could. I can't configure, huh? I'm gonna have to fuck around with that, but this gonna have to do for now. This little angle. Got me a new light. Some new lights. It ain't flickering. It should be a little brighter up in here. I hope y'all can tell. Sun coming up where I'm at. It's early. It's Thursday morning. I'm normally, well, I was gonna say I normally don't go live, but I don't have a set time, so turn this shit up just a little bit. There we go. And I guess it didn't save. It didn't save the last Mets game I played, so I gotta replay that shit, I guess. But so we gonna replay that. We might do this whole series. If I win the first two, I'm gonna definitely send the last one, but it's neither here nor there. Hope everybody's having a good morning and has a great day. It's your boy A and T repping the motherfucking game. Gang, you know we don't play none of that. If you a lame, can't hang, all of that. Bang bang. You feel me? So let's get into it. We got this bat in order. And like I said, I got a lot to talk about. I don't know. I tried to start writing notes, but then I realized it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute for me to write these notes. So before I get into like the heavy shit that I'm gonna be ranting about, go ahead and first off, congratulations. Congrats to the NBA finalists, the Pacers, and the OKC Thunder. And then I was at work, but there was a fire hockey game on last night with the Oilers and the Panthers. Almost went into double OT. I think the Oilers scored like in the last minute, some shit like that. Something crazy. Jackie got one homer on the season. Alright, let's try and beat these dudes again. Tragic. Throwing out that 12-6. Got a four-seamer and a sinker. Okay. I should have changed up my batting. That's on me. Yeah. I should have switched up this fucking batting order, but that's cool. I'm not tripping. Let's go. Big Bank, Hank the Tank, up on deck. Sir. I ain't swinging at that. Stop it. Yeah, the Panthers and the Oilers had a good game. I want Connor McDavid to win one. Ooh. It's a bad strike. That's on me. Is there double play? No? No. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, Willie Mays. And I think he's going to throw a ball first pitch, so we're just going to have Jackie steal. Let's go. Good steal, Jackie. Hopefully we could bring this shit. Ain't no way. Oh. Alright. We gotta lock in on this. The fuck I tell y'all? What I tell y'all? Fuck out of here. Let's go. What are y'all talking about right now? It's Willie Mays, baby. Let's go. We winning this shit again. Yes, sir. Yeah. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. But tonight we get the first game of the finals, and I'm gonna keep it a bean. I got OKC winning that shit. Probably in 6 or less. That's just how I'm seeing it. Fuck. Good sinker. Good shit, Willie. Oh, he knew. Off bat. Alright. Ooh. Smack that motherfucker. There we go. Alright, let's hit him with the four-seamer off bat. And this motherfucker, again, this motherfucker look like he ready to just smack one out the goddamn park. So we just gonna hit him with the fast one. I hit him with these two off speeders. Whew, shouldn't have swung. But he was stealing and it was probably gonna be a ball. Oh shit, that's on me. Okay. Good shit. Curve. Oh fucking, this is Reggie Jackson, goddamn. Nice. Thought he was gonna get another free ball. Not today, fam. Nope. A little early. A little early on that, but it's cool. It's all Gucci. Oh shit, let me see what's popping on the top. Oh, they still ain't took me out yet. Okay, cool. Shout out all the viewers on the TikTok. Oh, get him out of here. Let's go. Great defense, y'all. That's early on the four-seamer? Okay. I had no business swinging at that. It's terrible. But yeah, I'm not here to really like push any narratives or anything. I don't think. I've seen some crazy things being said over these last couple of days. Crazy, like it's the recency bias that sports analysts have to or tend to live by is it's mind numbing sometimes. Like I be watching this YouTube channel called The Panel. They just be talking about basketball, or at least I mean, they got like football and basketball panels and shit. But I mainly watch the basketball one. Okay, bro, it's throwing nothing but balls, so I gotta try and. There we go. Just chill out. Stop swinging at everything. And what do? I swing at everything. All right. We got a little bit. We need to be a little bit more patient next at bat. All right. As much as I like Phil, I'm gonna need Wainwright to come in. I'll probably have Niekro pitch tomorrow too. Let's go. Hey, shout out the new follower. I don't even know who followed me up on the top. Shout out. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've been watching. I done seen a motherfucker say Tyrese Halliburton is in the same stratosphere or maybe has the argument to be better than Steve Nash. Steve Nash, brother. I know Steve Nash ain't win no NBA finals and none of that, but come on, y'all. Come on now. Just absolute crazy takes. Ooh. Let's go. Right after I said I wasn't going to swing at everything, here go Wilson Contreras. Slightly early. He liked throwing that 12-6 early. So I'm going to wait. Because he throwing a lot of balls. That's on me. I wish you could hit the spin move on the motherfucker. But It's all good. We got one at second. Jackie at bat. Whoo! Nice little knock. I'll take it. I will take that. Hank, I'm gonna need you to just splack this one out the park. Not like that, fool. Tragedy. I should have waited, honestly. Can't take everything that the pitcher gives me at first. Can't do it. Oh shit. I think the Thunder possibly win it in 6 or less. Nice. See if we can cut him down to size. There we go. Here we go. Catch up in the count. Yeah, I don't know where he thought he was going. Great defense, y'all. Ain't no way that's a fucking ball. Come on, Yep. Get him out of here. We up 2-0. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Alright, let's go, Willie. You 1 for 1. I thought he was going a little low. That's on me. Not reading the play. I'm throwing another one of them, though. Tragedy. Again. I'd be too early with the smack. Too early. There we go. That's a base hit. Let's call it what it is. Alright, come on, Giambi. Splack this shit out. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy. Yeah. Don't throw that weak shit to me. Let's go. Put another 2 up on the board. Motherfuckers. Hey, fuck you talking about? Let's get it. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, come on, Vladdy. That's on me. Very early. Alright, he might be throwing some balls now. Might be throwing some balls. Yeah, I gotta watch that. There we go. Yeah, not today. Come on. Oh, fuck. Good one. Good shit. Let's go, Giambi. Alright, this motherfucker. If we could just get him out, I'm confident we could get out the rest of them. Yep. I think Shea Gilgeous-Alexander deserves MVP. I mean, even though, if you have Jokic over him and wanted Jokic to win like I did, that's fine. Nice hit. Told you. The only one I fear. And he hit that motherfucker out the park. Bam. Now they got Reggie Jackson. How? Oh shit. Nice. I got him out. Let's go. Fuck out of here. Let's go. That's right to Willie. Get him out of here. Get him out. Yeah, Shea definitely had an MVP season in the way Jalen Williams is playing out of his mind. Chet Holmgren has done what he's needed to do. He hasn't really tried to do too much as one of the young guys, or he's just really been that nice rim protector. Couple easy buckets when they need it. These guys pick up the slack whenever Alex Caruso, nice 3-and-D guy. I mean, they got a squad on them. I think their depth is greater than most teams. The only team that could maybe, like, Indiana has depth, but I feel like their depth is very unproven. Like, Alex Caruso is a champion, you know? He don't even start for them. Oh my goodness, 3 quick outs. Tragedy. It's bottom of the 5th. Fuck. Whew. Okay. But I think it could be a competitive series. I mean, despite all the praise that Shea gets, I think that uh, Tyrese Halliburton. Shout out to my homie Josh. Josh said it at the beginning of the New York series that uh, Tyrese Halliburton is the most clutch, has been the most clutch player in these playoffs, period, point blank. And it's really hard to argue with the results that he's shown, especially in every single series that he's been in. He has made plays that can win your team games in the last few seconds. And if it's not him, it's fucking what is it, Membard, fucking becoming the Human Torch and just sparking shit up from outside. You know, like there we go. And I mean, really, the X factor is going to be Pascal Siakam for the Pacers. He was the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Whether or not he deserved it, again, I'm not here to sit here and push narratives as to who deserved what and all. Hallie's mad, and again, they're doing this shit for narratives, or some of the narratives that are being creative. Like, even though Hallie didn't get the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, like, people know who he is now. Motherfuckers know who he is now. He might be second hated motherfucker in New York next to Trae Young. Like, them boys do not like Tyrese Halliburton out there. For good reason now too. Hit the Reggie Miller on them boys. That, like, motherfucker went like this, son. Hit the Reggie Miller. I say that's almost as I mean, it's in the playoffs, but Trae Young shooting dice on the Knicks logo middle of the season, that's up there. That's up there with some of the most disrespectful shit I've seen in the dub. Let's go. That shit out? No. Tragic work. Drag bunt, huh? What the fuck I'm talking about? Drag that. I think it could be a really competitive series. It might even go to 7. If it goes to 7, I'm not mad. But I think OKC, I mean, I think it's their time. Shea, it's his time. he's snatching it. With Tyrese Halliburton just been coming up clutch. With Miles Turner, and again, I said it before the New York series started. I thought New York was gonna win that series, and I thought Miles Turner was gonna fold. I for sure thought Miles Turner was gonna fold and cost them at least a game or two, but nah, man. This Pacers team has proven that they're for real. They are a championship caliber team. They've been in the Eastern Conference Finals the last couple years. They made it to the finals this year. Like, there's not really shit to argue about. Besides, creating narratives as to, where do players rank now. Like, Tyrese Halliburton's like, what, 22, 23 years old? He's just starting. Ant-Man. Anthony Edwards has made 2 straight Western Conference Finals. Made it to the Western Conference, not the Eastern Conference Finals. We know how it is out there in the East. He might be able to make a couple of them. Going to the West Finals twice with somebody like Rudy, I don't know. They might have to. They're gonna have to blow that team up and do some decision making. Mirror. I don't know what the fuck that just was. But yeah, they gonna have to look in the mirror. Oh, I think my TV's on. It is. Y'all could probably hear the echo or something. At least I hope not. This motherfucker Andrew was kind of creasing and piecing us up. I'm not even going. There we go. But their defense, their fielding has been phenomenal. Gotta make him waste a couple of these, right? Nope. Fuck that. Let's go, Vladdy. Should not have swung at that, but that's cool. Should not have swung. It's tough. Vladdy ain't stealing nothing. It's all good. Here we go. Don't show him the heat yet. Throw a couple off speeds. There we go. That motherfucker Reggie Jackson got burners. I don't know. I might as well challenge. And he's out. Let's go. Don't show him the heat yet. Nice. There we go. Alright, now just cap it off with a little faster. Oh, nope. That's cool. We can get the K, but we got the out. That's really all that matters. Oh, yeah. Ozzy, please hit that. Drop, 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 drop. Hit third. Fuck it. Hit third. Hit third. I don't give a fuck. Oh, he's out. I should have known. I should have known. I should have played a little more conservative. A little more conservative. That shit's out. That's what I get for trying to be greedy. 3 quick outs. Trying to cheat the game. Oh. Oh. Ain't no way. That's a homer. And he got the record. Big Bank Hank the Tank. Let me put, shit. Hold on, gang. Yeah. Oh, no. Hey. Take my hat off to you, sir. Yeah. I know. That's why I don't be taking off my hat all the time. I'm already knowing y'all. Y'all ain't even gotta tell me. Y'all ain't even gotta tell me, dawg. All pro Hatfish squad. But hey, my boy breaking the record in the Big Apple. Yeah. Randy Johnson, goddamn. Thank God we ain't got. We probably got to play against him, but Big Bank Hank Aaron. No substance abuse. All natty. Home run king. But now he got to defend the shit. Well, actually, no, because I don't think Barry Bonds is even in the game. I mean, I'm going to keep it a bean with you. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my thing to that, cause that's some legendary shit. I'm gonna go ahead and spark up something for that. Gotta celebrate for my boy in the dub. Yes, sir. Yeah, I spent enough time talking about the finals. Before we get into this next game, let me go ahead and change the topics a little bit. I think OKC could win it in 6, but my heart, I like rooting for the underdog. If the Pacers win, not upset at all. But you know how I said we had some crazy narratives, and just from people like the non-athletes, like the panel does have like some former athletes, never on the professional level, but they've played. They played the game at a competitive level and been in locker rooms and shit like that. They have experience, not to like completely discredit them, but yeah, trying to argue Steve Nash or Hallie better than Steve Nash is crazy. But the narratives that we've seen some of these pro athletes make um, is nasty. Very nasty work. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Let's go. Fuck you talking about. Nice double play, y'all. There we go. This motherfucker cannot hit that slider. There we go. Can he hit the high slider maybe? That's out, that's out, that's out. Don't even worry about that. That fastball. Get him out of here. And we'll get the next pitcher in the next inning. Good shit. This is a nice opening pitch. Whoo! Hit second. Don't even try to third because their fielding is elite. 10-game hit streak for Ricky Henderson. Let's go. Okay. Did the first one go? Nope. Oh. It's okay. God damn it. At least he got the third. That's an easy out though. Alright, come on, Vladdy. God damn it. I should have known. It's all good. Hell no, you're not pitching. Yeah, no. Put that heat on him early. Alright, we'll start. Jeff Teague has made some crazy claims saying that Hallie is not uh, a star. Whether or not Hallie is a superstar has been a debate. And this whole like just that argument alone, to think that Tyrese Halliburton, with what he's done in the last 2 seasons, is not a superstar in his own right, like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. This man is the best player on his team. Like, yeah, he got some nice pieces around him, but that's how you win basketball games, bro. You're not supposed to win games by yourself. Like, what? And the Pacers and OKC both play fast paced. They are really good in transition. They play really good defense. Uh, they share the ball. They don't care about who's scoring the ball as long as the ball goes in. These teams are very, very similar. The only difference is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been making a case for the last couple years of being the best player in the world, or one of them. He's up there. He's making a name for himself up there with Giannis and Joker. And I mean, Embiid was up there for a minute. Well, let's go. Get the dub out the way. Fuck the Mets. Adam Wainwright with the dub. I feel like we played Pittsburgh earlier. Yeah, we did. And we beat them. Okay. We're on a nice little 2-game. Can we make it a 3-game win streak? All right. Everybody damn near batting over 300. I love it. Second game. We got this. We gotta make this first pitcher work. Low cutter. That's cool. Hey, and I booted that motherfucker. Fuck. That's close. It's okay. Three quick outs. That is not what I wanted. But let's see what Philly Niekro got. Here we go. Yeah, Jeff Teague has been arguing that Halliburton really ain't like that, and he's not really a star, and this and that. And I don't know if it's like professional jealousy. Like this is just me speculating again because they want to speculate and create narratives. So to me, it just sounds like some professional jealousy going on. Teague ain't never made it that far, and doing what Halliburton doing, no turnovers, none of that. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Willfully ignoring what they are doing in real time, and it's either trying to cut down what they're doing in real time or trying to overinflate what they're doing in real time. Do I think is what Halliburton is doing or has done in these past couple of years impressive? Yes, but to say that already he is having a better career or is a better player than fucking Steve Nash, like what the fuck? Like there's a happy medium somewhere in the middle to be made there. You feel me? God damn it. It ain't gotta be one or the other. Halliburton can be a good player without having to either cut him down or compare him to players that he's not even in their stratosphere yet. Can we have the man have a 5-year career first? Like, god damn. Shit is crazy. I'm just hoping it's a good series. That's on me if you don't get that. Yeah. That soundbite is crazy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Fuck. And we got Reggie Jackson on the plate. Scary work. Get him out of here. Alright, come on, Ricky. He got 14-12 stolen bases. It might be 14-13 after this. Let me tell you. Because he's stealing. I don't give a fuck. Steal that motherfucker, Ricky. It's a ball and he's safe. Let's go. That's the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, what a fucking play. Good shit. Their fielding is crazy. I did hit that a little early too, though. Gotta wait. That's on me. Don't tag up. Alright, Giambi. It's on you now. It's on you, baby. You hear that, motherfucker? Are you kidding me? No. No jokes. No jokes being played. Fuck you talking about? Hey, and he hit the little, yeah. Fuck you talking about? Get on home, brother. Let's get it. We out here. Almost. I almost swung at that bullshit. That's on me. I had zero business swinging at that. And that's what I get. Alright. Oh, we going home. We gonna go home with a dub, though. Alright, I thrown him some off speeds. Let's hit him with the fastball. And I don't watch Jeff Teague's podcast, and I occasionally catch Gilbert Arenas, Gil's Arena, and all that. But and some of their takes are good. Like let me go ahead and bust down a caveat real quick, because they recently did talk about what is his name, Noah Lyles, and how he's upset that Anthony Edwards got a shoe deal, and he just been upset ever since, really. Can't fathom why somebody like Anthony Edwards, who hasn't won a championship in his respective field, and Noah Lyles is a 6-time world track champion, and he just can't understand why he's not marketable enough to get his own shoe, or why he doesn't get his own shoe. Because nobody likes you, bro. Like, we've gotten into, like, it's almost cringe now, like when athletes get on that bandwagon or get on that like train of like, oh, like Well, basketball is the hardest sport to play. Like football players couldn't do what basketball players do, but basketball players could do. Like Austin Rivers, I think, did this shit a couple years ago. Is either Austin Rivers or somebody else was making the claim that like either NBA players could go into the NBA or go to the NFL and be cool, or the NFL players could go into the NBA and just be cool. Like these arguments are silly, and this is coming from like a sports fan. Like I the like to sit there and act like one sport is harder than the next. Like all sports at a competitive level, not even a pro level, at a competitive level, whether that be, oh my God, Willie Mays, fuck out of here, baby. Oh, I like that animation. What? I ain't never seen that animation before. They hella played me on that. I thought that shit was gone. I think Willie did too. I ain't even gonna lie. That shit had the computer fooled. Goddamn. Fuck out of here. Get that shit gone. Get that shit gone. Let's go. It don't even fucking matter. Let's go. Stomp on that motherfucker. What are we talking about? Let's fucking go. He tried. I ain't gonna lie. He tried to get that motherfucker. Line that shit up. That's on me. Gotta do a better job of locating the baseball. Oh, he caught me looking. But yeah, for Noah Lyles to sit here and I don't know, maybe it's just because he's an athlete. Maybe he's not self-aware, because most athletes are not. They're very self-absorbed and not self-aware. Just a generalization. It would be a fairly accurate one, but he genuinely can't fathom why he's not getting these deals that like NBA players are and shit like that. And it's just like, number one, the brand of basketball. Basketball is far more marketable. Like the reason why football like players don't get a lot of shield shoe deals or something like that. Like they get cleat deals maybe, but nobody wears cleats on a daily basis. Now, do people run track on a daily basis? No. Now there are running shoes. There are even walking shoes nowadays. Like so it's not whether or not you're like whether or not you're a champion or not. It's why you're getting shoe deals. Like Allen Iverson never won an NBA championship. Has some of the most famous shoes that are not Nike brand of all time. Penny Hardaway was never an NBA champion. Has one of the classic OG shoe, like retro shoe heads know about the pennies, y'all. They know about the pennies. The Derrick Rose had some fire shoes. Never won shit. But he was marketable. People were going to buy his shoes. The D Rose logo is also hard as fuck. I ain't even gonna lie. But for you to badmouth NBA players, or then like not even to badmouth NBA players, You basically shit talked your own brand in public, saying, "Oh, I don't know why Adidas would give this guy a shoe deal and this and that." And it's just like, bro, that's not how you get like a shoe deal. Is by complaining about it. Make yourself personable. Do more appearances. Because the what track is not. It's not a weekly thing. It's not a seasonal thing. There's not a track season. If there isn't, it's not televised. It's on like ESPN Ocho or some shit like that. I don't even know. But like sometimes you gotta humble yourself, bro. Like that's one of the reasons why, like for example, Simone Biles is more marketable. She's more likable, and she doesn't play one of these mainstream sports. I was gonna say these athletic sports, but so that's a double entendre. No, it's not. I'm just bullshitting, but yeah, we that's a double play. Cause Giambi is fucking up. It's just me. I'm swinging at everything. Simone Biles was in Subway commercials. She had all kinds of advertising deals and marketing brands, hollering at her and this and that. Her significant other, I don't think they're married, but I think her boyfriend is like an NFL player. I don't think he's good. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't think he's on some like one of the best at his position type shit, but they in love and this and that. He's even gotten some like shine and some recognition for being Simone Biles a dude. Like that's how powerful her brand is. She making the motherfuckers around her famous. Nobody know you, fam, or the people you hang around. You never at basketball games, you never at no football games, you never at no, like athletes make appearances. Bo Nix in Denver, he played quarterback for the Broncos. He come to the Rockies games and make appearances. Peyton Manning still come to Rockies games, and the Rockies are fucking trash. Been trash forever, but they still make public appearances. They put themselves in, the gen pop, if you will. They put themselves with people and be around them. I ain't never seen no allows at no public events, none of that. No Met Gala. Stop it. Build your brand, and then maybe they'll give you a shoe or something, bro. Anthony Edwards has built his brand. They was granted again, he's one of them people that they was trying to like crown a little too early. They was trying, and I was on that train too, maybe as a joke. People calling him the next Michael Jordan and Jordan's son and this and that. And then when he fails, it's like, oh, it's not you're not who you think you are. No, bro, he's not who you thought he was. You feel me? You mad at these expectations, or people be mad at these expectations that they put on these players, and even like nowadays, these players be putting ex players will put expectations on players that they didn't even reach themselves. They didn't even reach themselves. No, you got Gilbert Arenas and fucking Jeff Teague trying to downplay what Halliburton has done, and neither one of them has made the finals. That's some straight hater shit. The fuck? I'm I'm ass. I'm ass for that. Not gonna lie. And you used to hear like you used to hear all these years about how athletes, all these media guys are constantly spreading narratives, and these narratives are nasty, and they've never played the game before. But then you have the fucking Morris twins out here making some of the worst sports takes we've ever heard. And these are guys who played in the league multiple years at a high level. And so I don't know if it's for the clout, like for the clicks and the views. You can cover a sport and just keep it a buck. You could just tell us what you see. You don't have to make these crazy claims. Oh, this guy's, he's the next Larry Bird, or this Halliburton is he's had a better career than Steve Nash ever has because he's made a finals. Like Steve Nash won 2 MVPs. 2 MVPs. The argument when LeBron wasn't winning finals, before he won any finals, everybody was arguing that the finals, oh, it's a team. It's a team accomplishment. You have to have a team around you. And then when these guys get a team around them, they try to be like, oh, well, they have a good team around them. That's why they're so good. No shit. No shit. When Jordan's best player next to him on the Bulls was fucking Charles Oakley, he wasn't winning shit. I seen somebody say, or there was a I think Becky Hammond came out like a years ago and said that you can't be a successful team or a championship caliber team with a short guard like Jalen Brunson in this era or in this league. And here we are. The Knicks have been in the Eastern Conference Finals. Mainly due to Jalen Brunson. And now he's catching flack for he holds the ball too long. He's a ball dominant guard. That's what they do first of all, but can he maybe not dribble for a couple seconds? Sure, but that's growth. That's how the Knicks ain't seen this kind of success in how long? And they were just in the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years, I want to. Oh, no, I want to say like 40. Because 80s, like Jesus, 80s was 40 years ago. Goddamn, they won them championships in the 70s. Haven't been to a final since then. 50 years, like. But you can't win with Jalen Brunson. And that's another topic that's been brought up now too. Oh, you can't win with Jalen Brunson. Newsflash, they've been winning with him. They've had success. Now, whether or not firing their head coach was the way to go, and if they bring in somebody new, maybe like a Mike Malone or somebody that, we'll see where that gets them. But these guys for years was talking about how these mainstream media writers like Stephen A. and Skip Bayless, and these guys never played a game, and how are their takes valid? And then you have these Jeff Teague saying that Halliburton ain't all that. Or then you got like, so during the season and even during these playoffs, it's been a joke that and it's been a running gag in the NBA that Karl Anthony Towns be He be acting sassy. He be on some zesty shit sometimes. He acts effeminate in certain cases, and he be changing up his accent sometimes, which is even it's a whole nother story. But it's all fun and games, ha ha, he, joking around. Just the way he moves, they'll clip up like a little 3 second, you know, clip of Carl Anthony Towns and the way he just passes and the way he like kind of like shrinks up. Just they'll nitpick everything about Carl Anthony Towns and his gestures, his movements and shit like that. And it was a good joke for a minute, and then you just have those guys that take it too far, or they just don't know it's a joke, and they think everybody being serious. Because I don't know what the fuck in Gilbert Arenas' right mind on a live stream would make him say the things that he said about Cat recently. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, him saying Carl Anthony Towns is built like a bitch. He has wide hips and he's slow and listen, bro, I watched for years Shaq critique and criticize Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee based JaVale McGee kind of based on how he played. Now, Dwight Howard with some personal shit going on there that he's backtracked over the last year or two that, I was just trying to, toughen you up and that's how I got toughened up, so that's how I had to toughen you. Bullshit like that. Just be Shaq just be yapping. But even when that scandal came out with Dwight Howard messing around with a transmission and all that, I don't ever remember Shaq saying anything about that or criticizing his preferences on. Maybe he did. Maybe I'm mistaken. I'd have to go back, but from what I remember, I don't remember Shaq criticizing that. And that was a real life situation. Carl Anthony Towns is an elite basketball player, whether or not people want to admit that or not. He is an elite basketball player. He's made the claim himself that he's the greatest shooting big of all time. We all know that that's complete and utter bullshit, but that again, neither here nor there. For Gilbert Arenas to come on his podcast and say Carl Anthony Towns is built like a bitch. He's built like a girl. He doubled down. He said he's built like a bitch. He's built like a girl. He has wide hips. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's suspect. Everybody want to talk about, what are you talking about another man's hips for in his hip size? What are we doing? That's how you, like, what? Huh? That's literally a nasty take. That's nasty. That's that's some shit for clicks and views, bro. Like, that's some shit like, I don't even think Skip Bayless would even say some crazy shit like that. And that's the crazy, like, I've heard some things that these ex-athletes say that, like, Skip Bayless wouldn't even like talk about type shit. Like, Skip Bayless don't like you know, LeBron James. But I ain't never seen him say some shit like that about LeBron. Draymond Green said that to LeBron face. No rap cap. Eddie Murray, I told you, that's the only motherfucker I be fearing in this. He dropping bombs on you, boy, every time. It's damn near a repeat of what happened last game. And he hit it on one of my better fucking relief pitchers. And the crazy thing is they be having Reggie Jackson come up right after him. Solid. He has a splitter. Could try it. There we go. Nice. Fuck it. Throw them two off speeds. Stop. We'll hit him with two straight fastballs. This motherfucker can't get that under control though. There we go. And then, fuck it, we'll try and hit him with the slider for the end. But saying somebody is built like a bitch is crazy. Like, what are we even discussing at this point? And yeah, like him and Rashad McCants and Kenny and Martin, they've said they've all had their fair share of like wild takes and wild moments. And they question people's games all the time, and they've been responsible for some of these narratives that have been put out. But that shit's uncalled for, I feel like, bro. Especially because again, Cap may have only gotten he's never been to a finals, but he's been to a Western Conference Finals last year, came to the East, and then brought the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals. So, uh, you know, been to two, and I don't even think Gil been to one. Hank Aaron's going crazy, doing cartwheels and shit. Shit is out of here. Whoo. Let's go. We on a little spree now. Oh, that's on me. Very early. And it's a double play. That hurts. I'm not gonna lie to you. That hurts. That's 643 they said. I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna lie to you. Here we go. Oh. Well, all we gotta do is get these next three and we good. So yeah, all these NBA players that be complaining about mainstream media now. Like, don't even complain about mainstream media. You need to worry about what Playoff P and Jeff Teague and what these guys are saying on their podcast now too. It's not just what they saying on ESPN or FS1 no more. Like, for as good as these players can break down the game and some of that shit, they have bad takes too. And we've seen that it don't matter if you've ever played the game or not. That shit don't matter. Oh fuck. He's getting tired. It's the bottom of the eighth shit. I'm just kind of hoping I could get this last out. Fuck. There we go. Fuck. There we go. That's the fuck I'm talking about. Easy out. Alright. Buddy playing that defense. Throwing into the corners and shit. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just let these next two sail. Actually, this is Elias. I might just let Brody just throw him out while I rip this one more again before this game ends. Oh, nice. Yep. Just, let him get his rocks off. Pause. Oh no. And we gotta play through the heart of the fucking lineup. Okay. Good thing we putting in lefty. Throw that little fork ball, that little freak ball. ENR. There we go. Nice start, but now we gotta deal with this fucking guy. He hit a slider earlier, so I'm gonna try and hit him early, so I gotta throw it again. Okay, so let's throw that fork out there. Let's get it. Okay, throw that four-seamer. See if he's paying attention. He is. He really not playing. Trying to get that motherfucker out of here again, but I'm not gonna let him. I'm gonna try and K him with this slide again. Alright. Try and see if the curve work. Hit him with a curve. He not making it easy. Fuck it. Oh, been a thorn in my side this whole fucking little series we got going. Hit him with the solid little changeup. Nice. Curve out. Four seamer. Get him out of here. He wasn't ready. He wasn't even ready. Get his ass out of here. Fuck you talking about? Alright, we hitting you with the steamer off rip. Hitting you with the steamer. Off bat, son. Nope. That's out. That's out. Hank. That's out. What is we talking about? Let's go. I run New York. No, I'm just playing. I don't know if we played against Randy Johnson, we might be in trouble. But I think we might not play against him in the series. Are we saving this one? Alright. We playing Pittsburgh. And then Philly comes to us. Alright. We're on a hot streak. I'm not even going front. And this Bumgarner versus Johnson too. Yeah, I could play against Randy Johnson. Why not? Actually, that looks pretty. That looks dope. We might have to play on some of these during the season. I'm not gonna hold you. What looks like some New York type shit? 41,000. of these got really big capacities though, except for this one. We'll just play on a regular city stadium for now. I'm definitely gonna be playing one of those created stadiums in the future. Huh? Hell nah. I believe in Maddie. I believe in Madison Bumgarner. Okay, we got a situation because our fielders are tired as fuck. But we playing against one of the best pitchers, so I'm gonna keep him in, and then the next game against Pittsburgh, I'll just put in whoever's tired. I'll let him rest or sit. We got Wilson Contreras. Oh yeah, we gotta put in Vladdy anyways again. I don't know why they do that. Right fielder Hank. Willie Mays at the center. Get Vladdy at first base. We got Willie, Jackie, Hank, Ozzy, Ricky, Mickey. Let's put Ricky and then Ozzy. Actually, no, Ozzy been kind of fucking up. All right. Whole team full of legends. Just trying to win me a World Series type beat. And we still under cap. These legends, sometimes they don't be asking for a lot on their plate. Let's go. Start off early, fuck them. Okay, maybe not. Making them work for that shit early, though. Let's go. That's the reason why they call Brody the big unit. That motherfucker is tall as shit. Alright, if Hank Aaron can get even a hit on Randy, I'm happy. Not gonna lie to you. But since we on the last game, and I talked a little bit about how actually that's a, just throw it to yeah. Hank Aaron not that fast. I probably maybe could have went home, but oh, I thought he was throwing it lower. I'm gonna need y'all to. No, fuck. That's on me. What a save, honestly. What a save. That's what I get for being greedy. Oh, nice hit. Let's go. Oh, that change up. Alright, how's that curveball looking? Not good. Oh, no fucking way. That's That's what I get. That is what I get. Okay, come on. Fuck the Mets. Let's go. So y'all seen the title of my video, and this is gonna be. Well, I don't really know where to begin, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a bean with y'all. This John Cena run gotta go. It ain't it. This John Cena heel turn is ass, bruh. And I've said it before, and I was even kind of talking about it with one of my wrestling homies at work. The fact that this all stems from The Rock. All of it. The Rock heel turn. Like, and this is not to say that Triple H don't deserve any blame either, because I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Because he definitely, everybody, The Rock, John Cena, and Triple H all deserve some parts of blame. Whether what shares of the blame they get off of that is neither here nor there. And yes, I'm saying John Cena because I see these guys all the time. I think I seen Solid Monster and JD from NY say, "Oh, like John Cena, he doesn't backstage politic. He just goes there and he tries to, he just does what he's told. He just does what he's told." Brother, I wish I could believe that. I feel like that's being naive at this point, though. The level of star that John Cena is in that company, for him to have this narrative out there, I don't know how this even started. For him to spread this narrative that he doesn't politic or he just does what he's told, and I don't even know where it started, but we all know it's bullshit. If you are a top guy or a big star in a wrestling company for that matter, you got some pull, brother. You got some swing. You got some stroke, whatever you want to call it, bro. You got that. And yeah, he's only working 22 dates and this or he's only working a certain, and this is when after these 20 dates are up that he has, he's done. Again, it all stems from The Rock. So let's go to that. Let's like I said, I wrote some notes down and I didn't even get that far, but the the, the creative writing for this has just been terrible, and we'll get to the whole R-Truth release because it ties into this too. The R-Truth release. The R-Truth release has been tied in with John Cena's retirement for all the wrong reasons. And we'll get to that too, but I've tried to stay quiet. I've tried to ignore it. I haven't been watching WWE. I haven't been watching Raw. I haven't been watching SmackDown because their main storyline right now is ass, and there's not a lot. Like it's just been lazy writing. It's just been trying to get through these releases and then try and carry on with stories and write new stories as they do the rest of this roster. I think they're gonna do a roster shakeup or something because they're still doing this brand split, even though characters often appear on other brands, or they do shows like where they have one person appear on the other show that's not a part. I don't know what they be doing. They're trying to erase Carlito and R-Truth like they were never there, even though they've been a part of two of the biggest storylines recently. R-Truth has, but the Judgment Day has been a pretty big story. R-Truth has been floundering for years, and it's not really necessarily floundering. They just haven't done anything with him besides turn him into a joke character, and that's what he's been built as. And that's what I tried to explain, because one of my homies at work, he don't watch like that. Like he don't really be watching wrestling. He was like, they beat R-Truth, and I'm like, well, like if you've been watching, it wouldn't make sense for R-Truth to beat John Cena. It's like 1, 2, 3 Kid beating Razor Ramon levels of like oh, let's fucking go. We need Wilson Contreras, bro. Salute to bro. He just got a home run on Randy Johnson. And he was absolutely burning through our fucking lineup. Just burning through that shit. He got one. Fuck. Gotta lock in on this. Gotta lock in. He throwing him out that bitch too. Throwing him 100 miles. Boom, boom, boom. This motherfucker only got 3 pitches, but he throwing them bitches on God. Shout out Hank. What I do blade. Oh. Nah. If you try to fake me out for the third. Alright, come on. Run, Ricky, run. Oh, no fucking way. Run that bitch home. Fuck that. Let's go. No save this time. No save this time. Let's go. Oof, that splitter got me. Okay, gotta lock in on the bat, but don't get me wrong. I know where I'm at. Yeah, R-Truth beating Cena would have been crazy, but again, I'm getting a little too far ahead of myself. I mean, let me just go ahead and say this for reference. This John Cena heel run, I don't even think it's an argument. This John Cena heel run is worse than when Stone Cold sold his soul to Mr. McMahon at WrestleMania. It's worse. At least Austin's heel turn and heel run gave us legendary moments with Kurt Angle and Deborah and Mr. McMahon, and he was comedic, but he still maintained his badass persona and aura. But this is it. This is everything about this has been terrible. There hasn't been one solid moment of this where it's made sense, or I'm just like, oh, that was nicely done. None of it. None of it makes any fucking sense. And like I said, I tried to ignore it. Haven't been watching. But with the R-Truth release and the backlash that came from that, and the fumble, just the fumble of it all, you know. Uh, let's go back. Let's give proper context to what's going on, because I said it all stems from The Rock and his bullshit. So let's go back, and this kind of, again, this is gonna kind of tie in. Oh, that's a fair ball. That's crazy. But let's go back and add some context to what I've been saying, because this goes past even this last WrestleMania, you know. Oh, jeez, that's terrible. Bumgarner, brother, you are killing me, bro. Like, dead. You're killing me, brother. Let's go, and then hit him with this changeup and get him out of here. We gotta play some defense, bro. They are smacking his shit. And just lining it up, too. There we go. But it ties into my last video of the Warner Brothers fumbling all of their major franchises, because The Rock, guess what, had a hand in that too. Because he played Black Adam. That movie dropped in October, I believe, of 2022. And if you don't know anything about DC Comics or even like the Black Adam character, that's fine. You probably thought it was a decent film with great effects, and The Rock, you know, it's The Rock, you know, who don't love The Rock? But if you know DC lore and you know the Black Adam character, they kind of they fucked it up. It wasn't that good. It wasn't all that. Some of the characters they introduced, like Doctor Fate and all them, weren't given a proper backstory and all them. Like that shit was rushed, just like the entirety of the DC movie universe, you know. And that was pretty much the final nail, because then he tried to hijack the basically DC fired Henry Cavill, said he wasn't going to be Superman, and then Rock brought him in as a last minute cameo to be Superman in his movie, basically creating a lot of confusion. And so then DC was like, well, this guy just basically fucked us all up in all of our plans and what we had going on, so we're not going to bring him back either. So now The Rock wasn't going to play Black Adam again. They completely scrapped the entire DC movie universe from there. It's dead. They're going to try and redo it, or I don't know. Warner Brothers is in shambles. The Rock isn't completely to blame, but he definitely had some help in it, and they let him. Warner Brothers absolutely let him. They let him film that shit. You don't do that shit without some kind of okay. And they kind of let him bully his way into that, into doing that, which that again is on them. They're a multi-million billion-dollar fucking company, and you're letting Dwayne the Rock Johnson try and fucking build a movie universe without fully understanding or grasping anything that the character fucking stands for. It's ridiculous. So after The Rock killed the DC movie universe, his reputation in Hollywood kind of shot. Not gonna lie. So after his reputation was tarnished, and he's probably not gonna be booked for nothing else because he fucked up, and it came out that he fucked up and kind of was going, trying to run shit over at Warner Brothers and tell them how to do they shit. They made him look bad too. Made Warner Brothers look worse in my opinion, but it definitely didn't make The Rock look good. Especially because it didn't pan out. If it would have panned out, would have been great, but it didn't. So he comes back to wrestling, and as far as like, I don't know if it's a storyline or it's real or not, but he gets put on the board of TKO. Right? He's a board member of TKO, which owns WWE now. So I think Triple H has some control, or he's like the chief branding officer or some shit like that for WWE, and he kind of has his say. But in the hierarchy of things, The Rock is his boss, which is very weird because The Rock hasn't been a part of wrestling for a minute. And then when he came back, when he came back in, I think he came back in like 2024, WrestleMania 39. I don't know where the fuck my phone is at. It's over here. When was WrestleMania 39? 2023. So that was the first match with Cody and Roman. Fuck. So that's the first match between Cody and Roman. Roman gets the dub, and then they go on this like, oh, he has to finish the story. Or that's not there yet. We're not there yet. So he loses. Everybody wants, Roman. Everybody wants Roman to drop the belt. Like, we're sick of this run. We want Cody. Whole year, everybody's pretty much expecting Cody to, win the Royal Rumble or go back to WrestleMania some way, finish the story. Well, then, like I said, Rockets put on board of directors at TKO, and just like in the DC universe, he tries to shoehorn himself into being like this main character because he teased like this face-off of Black Adam and Superman at the end of Black Adam. Superman and Black Adam don't really got smoke or beef like that. Like, that's Shazam's like main villain. That they got smoke for thousands, if not millennia of years, brother. And he kind of just skipped all over that because no, I want to work with Superman. Like, that's not how that shit works, bro. This isn't wrestling. You can't just, oh, I want to work with that guy, so let's build up a story. That's not how fucking comic books work, bro. Like, so shoehorns himself into saying, or he says, I want to face my cousin Roman Reigns. This is going to be the biggest match ever. Who's going to be the real tribal chief? I'm the final boss, this and that. And he basically, like, and this was very odd, on Raw, he's like, Cody, like, you can tell your story, like, another day type shit. Like, but we gonna do this shit. Cody was like, okay, whatever. And Cody just, everybody's like, Cody looks so hurt. Da, 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 da. Like, yeah, like, I would be disappointed as fuck too. But Cody Rhodes is a professional, so he went out there, was like, yeah, Rock, like, go ahead, do what y'all gotta do. You feel me? And everybody fucking shits on it. Everybody's like, no, we want Cody at WrestleMania. Fuck The Rock. Fuck this tribal chief. Like, we want Cody versus Roman for Mania. So then WWE has to like retcon and do some loopholes and do all kinds of shit to make it so like, oh, Cody was gonna be our guy the whole time. This whole Rock thing was just kind of like a swerve. But in reality, we all know it wasn't. Rock trying to exercise his creative control, brother. So, after everybody shits on it and they correct the timeline and uh, Cody Rhodes goes on to WrestleMania, beats Roman Reigns, and they work The Rock into it. And from what I can kind of guess is that Triple H was kind of telling him, "Ah, don't worry about it. Like, you'll get your match with Roman, but this year we're gonna do Cody." So then Rock is like, okay, I'll play along for a minute. So they do the WrestleMania 40, this and that. Rock is probably thinking WrestleMania 41, like I'm gonna get Roman, like that's gonna be me and my cousin, like we gonna have a match. It's gonna be probably my last match, and it don't happen. And why it didn't happen is kind of weird because why do you have Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns and who the fuck else was in that triple threat match? CM Punk. Why do you have these guys in a triple threat match for Paul Heyman at WrestleMania? All three of these guys are championship contenders, or you can write them, but you just have them doing nothing. So Jay can have his moment, and it's very odd because, like I said, Jay wins the championship, and nobody cares except for his twin. Nobody in the family cares. You had Jay and Jacob win, and the only person that congratulated Jay was his brother, and the only person that congratulated Jacob was fucking Haku. I don't know, man. Just they're dropping the ball. Like I've already talked about the stories that they could have told with both of those situations or scenarios, but I'm not gonna rehash that. But they could have done the Rock and Roman at 41, and they just for whatever reason didn't. They wanted to tell this story with Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman breaking away from Roman, doing his own thing again, which has actually been good. And this is the disconnect because I feel like Paul Heyman is directly involved or responsible for a lot of, if not all of, Roman Reigns' stories. That's why they are so cohesive and coherent and make sense, and they build really good, but they never really had an ending. You know, that's one thing. That's one thing Paul Heyman was never really good at was blowing off feuds. They kind of just kept on going for years. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because if you're a good storyteller, nobody really cares. You know, wrestling, it's weekly. It goes on forever. You can kind of have an open-ended ending and pick up and tell it again another way type shit. What I can't really understand is if he's running that, then why wouldn't Rock talk to Paul Heyman and get in touch with Paul Heyman and try and run a storyline with him? Unless, of course, you know, Paul Heyman or The Rock don't really fuck with Paul Heyman like that, or he doesn't really understand that Paul Heyman is really the mastermind behind shit. Triple H been taking some of the credit for that bloodline story, but that's Paul Heyman's brainchild. Everything else, sure, Triple H deserves some credit and blame for, but that bloodline and the Samoan storylines and shit like that, that's all Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is all hands on with that. And what he's doing with Seth Rollins and them now, kind of booty, but again, let me get back on track. So The Rock shoehorned his way in. They shat on it. He thought he was going to get another chance at 41. Got ignored. And then what transpired Because at 41, I think Cody Rhodes, what was the main event? It was Roman Reigns, right? No, 41. I'm tripping. Yeah, 41. John Cena beats Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, but we already knew that Cena was a heel. Because what had happened was for whatever the reason, Rock was like, nah, like, I want to turn Cody Rhodes heel. And Triple H was like, what the fuck are you talking about, brother? Like, this is the main face. This is the guy who sells all of our merch. He sells tickets. And you want this guy to just be a heel all of a sudden. What the fuck is wrong with you? So, not only does The Rock understand that he's not facing Roman Reigns, because that whole Paul Heyman shit is done, but now Triple H is like, nah, like Cody Rhodes is gonna be our face. So what if we turn John Cena heel for you? And The Rock is like, ah, sure, why not? Who agreed to that? I don't know, because The Rock and John Cena, you know, they have probably some legitimate professional heat, but they're professionals. We'll probably never even know about it, much like this Rock and Triple H thing that they got going on. Or have had been going on for years, but I they're letting it get in the way of good business, because Triple H to even say, "Oh, we could give you John Cena." Why would you turn John Cena heel in his last year when nobody wants to boo him? Hank Aaron, baby. No, don't. Fuck. That was it. That was a game tie-in run too. Son of a bitch. It's on me. If I just hit that a little bit better, it's out of here. Is Jackie still on base? We might have to. Let's go. 7 stolen bases. There's no way he has only that amount in his career. Tragic strike. We gotta win this game. We was doing so good too. And he's throwing nothing but balls. That's crazy. Okay, come on, Miguel. Tie this bitch up. Come on, Miggy. Fuck. I don't know if that's... Yeah, that's not going nowhere. Close. Alright. that shit out of here. Fuck. We need Rolly to come through big time. He does throw a mean slider. Let's go, get him out of here. Fuck. Oh, nasty slider for the K. Let's go. And this is the one right here. This motherfucker I fear the most. Eddie Murray been killing my shit. Fuck out of here. Get him out of here. Oh. God damn it. Fuck it. Get him out of here. Get that shit out of here. Let's go. We just need 2 runs. Just 2. Just 2 runs. We just got to get Ozzy on base. I'm not even expecting him to hit a homer. Of course. This motherfucker's trash. Word. Hey, and Devin Williams, he is a good... He's a solid closer, no cap. Fuck. That's out. We're gonna lose this game, y'all. Madison Bumgarner. We honestly, this is probably one of our worst scoring games. But they put in their best 2 pitchers. Yeah, that's game. Again, just pulled that shit a little to the left. And the Mets win. Y'all hear these crazy ass fucking dogs? That's why I don't be streaming during the day. But yeah, I mean, if I could finish up this, I would finish up 3 games. Been at this for a good. We did 3 games in 2 hours. It's pretty nice, honestly. Just that last loss hurt us, but it's cool. 20-15, start the season. Hopefully on our way to a World Series or something. I don't know. Let me load this up real quick. While I do that, yeah, this whole Cena run, like I said, we get into how it all coincides and wraps up because it's very convoluted. But so after WrestleMania 41 happens, well, he's thinking, okay, well, they didn't give me Cody Rhodes as a heel. They gave me John Cena. So, and this is where I don't understand where Cena said yes. Because this is John Cena's decision too. It's his last year. For you to have me convinced that John Cena's not pulling some kind of stroke or has no say in anything, he's just, oh, I'm there to show up. No, he gets some blame for this shit too. Fuck that. Definitely has to have some part of the blame because he has not been a good heel either. Talking about, I want to ruin wrestling. If you wanted to ruin wrestling, like, to put it simply, like, how would you even go about that? You're gonna take the WWE Championship home. Like, we don't have another world champion. Everything about this run has been a day later and a dollar shorter. This is all stuff he could have said decades ago or a decade ago when they wanted to turn him heel. But apparently he was the main draw and didn't and could either couldn't Vince didn't want him to. Let me try and fix this shit real quick. My bad, y'all. Either Vince didn't want him to turn heel or he didn't want to give up that number one spot to nobody. Point blank. They could have done this shit so much better. From The Rock saying that he needed his own champion and he wanted someone to sell his soul to him, then Cena sells his soul not to him at WrestleMania. No, we didn't get The Rock at WrestleMania. At 41, The Rock said, I'm not going to be in a championship position or I'm not facing my cousin. I don't want to be there. It's basically what he said. I don't want to be there. So He didn't show up. We got Travis Scott. John Cena sold his soul to Travis Scott, who punched or slapped Cody, burst his eardrum, and that was the story with that, and it was meaningless. I haven't seen Travis Scott or The Rock since The Rock has said that this is John Cena's storyline. He wanted to take a step back. So why even appear in the first place and make yourself the linchpin in the story mode in the storyline, and then you back out and say, no, I didn't want to do that, but you did. But you did do that. You feel me? Like, that's exactly what happened. You did become part of the main story, and you were the linchpin in the story, and then you disappeared. And then you have Cena running solo as a heel, and they recently released R-Truth. And the story is that Cena knew they were gonna release him, or he got word. So he wanted to show them, hey, this guy R-Truth, he still got some steam. We could do something with him. And his best idea, maybe this was not Cena's idea, but their best idea for R-Truth was to have him lose to John Cena and get put through a table by John Cena and have him look like a fucking blithering idiot against John Cena. That's what happened. And then it came out that he got released and that this was his last hurrah or whatever. You couldn't do a loser leaves WWE match. You couldn't make R-Truth like a Cena, like the what is it? The useful idiot, where he was basically he was the useful idiot with the Miz, but he couldn't do that with Cena. I don't understand. So then he's released. Then they're trying to make it so like, oh, we don't want anybody wearing his merch, or none of the fans, or not the fans. We don't want none of the wrestlers wearing his merch like they did with Carlito. Just very petty shit, bro, for a guy who is loved by not just the fans, but everybody in that fucking locker room. Nobody has a negative thing to say, or have never heard a negative word about R-Truth in any sense. And for them to just act like, oh, we can't explain why he's not here anymore, or we're not gonna explain why Carlito's here. That's just lazy creative, lazy writing. Even if you're getting rid of these guys or you're writing them off, find a decent way to release them or write them off. Like, this is a joke. Terrible creative, bad writing, and Triple H deserves responsibility for that. He's been phoning it in since WrestleMania. It's like from what is it, from SummerSlam on, he decides to kick up his A game, but from January for all the way to fucking August, it seems like he just phones it in. Has Chat GPT writing the shows or some shit. The shit is ass, bro. The best thing that's going is Paul Heyman, and even Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, and their little group it's not drawing me in. It's not drawing me in. The Braun Breaker and the Bronson Reed and all that. And now Bronson Reed is cool with Seth, even though this motherfucker just put him on the shelf before last WrestleMania. But that's all water under the bridge now because Paul Heyman said so. What are we doing, bro? There's no cohesion, no no proper explanation of things going on, and it's back. It just feels like we're back in that era where they're not respecting the intelligence of their fans. And I don't know whether, I mean, Triple H does deserve some blame, but they also have people behind the scenes at TKO that I'm sure don't want Triple H there because he represents that old regime. I'm sure if it was up to TKO, if they wanted to or if they could, without any backlash or anything, they would get rid of Triple H. They would get rid of all the McMahons. They would put him a nice little severance package and get him the fuck out of there and have somebody that has no idea what the fuck they're doing, that has no history in wrestling, doesn't know how wrestling works, doesn't know what the fans like or want, doesn't know who half the fucking roster is. But as long as he can generate a good bottom line, because they're charging exorbitant ticket prices, they're pricing the average uh fan, the blue collar fan, which the blue collar fans have been the backbone of wrestling since wrestling has fucking started. And you're trying to price them out and make it into this whole like streamer fucking celebrity event type deal. And you can't do that week after week. Maybe for these PLEs you can, but you're not gonna have fucking celebrities just constantly fill up the rows and shit. You need those average ticket prices. You need those lower ticket prices so an average fan can take their kid, because it's usually not just one person going, it's another person and their kid or a group of friends. Ain't nobody really going to a fucking wrestling show solo unless they're going to see somebody wrestling. That is wrestling. Nobody going solo unless you're going in a group, maybe with a date, your kid, your family. It's a family event. That's what Vince built the brand on at first. And was it trash in the 80s when it was, the garbage man wrestlers and the fucking electrician wrestlers? And you want to talk about Michael Jordan playing basketball against plumbers? Fucking Hulk Hogan was literally wrestling against electricians and dumpster and trashmen. That was their gimmick. Ex-convicts. Shout out to Nails. But I tried to ignore it for as long as possible, and I finally got that out. The Rock has made sure that he made sure that Cena's heel run started out shitty, and I don't know whether or not he intended to sink this whole heel run or what the fuck went on with that. But this has been a bust, and you need to get away from it, bro. This shit is not it. John Cena's a terrible heel. You still dropping merch, like I say, and I'll say this every time. How are you a heel, but you dropping merch for the fans to buy every week? You not playing into your heel role. You not. Oh well, if you guys want to buy my merch here, you can buy my merch, and it'll say I'm a John Cena mark, or I'm a John Cena smart. Just little simple shit like that they're just dropping the ball on because they're so comfortable making. They don't see a problem with it because people are still buying tickets. You can complain on the internet all you want. You can tell them they're trash. You can tell them that this is bullshit all you want. But as long as people are still buying these fucked up tickets and paying out the wazoo for them, then they don't see a fucking problem. That goes with that. That's capitalism, baby. But it's been your boy A and T. Thank y'all for tuning in to this is what the 55th episode of Ants Random Rants. Been at this for a good old 2.5 hours almost. Went 2-1. Hopefully next series or whatever we could beat the Pittsburgh Pirates or something like that. But we gonna see. I might play. I don't know how many games because 162 games is fucking crazy, and I played 35 so far. Might play like 50, bro. I don't know, 50, but it just depends. But like I said, y'all have a great morning. Hope y'all are having a good morning on this Thursday. Hope y'all have a great rest of your Thursday. And I'm out. Thanks for letting me rant to y'all. If you're new here, subscribe, ring the damn bell. If you on TikTok, leave a follow. If you on Twitch, follow. I'm on all three of them. I don't know how to get the little TikTok thing up in the little right here. Little right there. I don't know how to add TikTok to the little viewer counter shit. Need to change the sub goal too. I just been Been lazy. Just been trying to stream, really. Get back on my shit. I'm back in the studio, back in the Stu HQ. You know what to do. But yeah, we on a good little run. Maybe next time we could win all three, but we'll see.